Hey folks, Brennan here from Bluelight with another explainer video to help you succeed in the police recruitment process. So first of all, thank you for liking and following the Bluelight Facebook page. I hope you've expanded into the rest of the Bluelight world, checked out the various Facebook groups for serving officers, for people who are looking to join the police. There's now over 4,000 members of the Serving Officers group. We set it up a year ago, so that's not bad. And almost 20,000 members of the Bluelight Police Recruitment Facebook group. So it's just awesome. And then there's all the Facebook groups for all the people who are on different courses that I offer. It's where I store all the recordings of webinars, all sorts of good stuff. Whether you're a serving officer or you're looking to join the police, it's all there. I'll check the links below. I'll put some links for you below. So if you are, this is for those of you who are preparing to join the police, who are in the police recruitment process. For those of you who are, you've got something called an online assessment centre ahead of you. Some of you might be actually doing it at the moment. You can't join a Home Office force in England and Wales and also Civil Nuclear Constabulary without doing the College of Policing online assessment centre. It's all online. It's exactly what it says. There's no human contact whatsoever. I find it bizarre that you can actually join some forces without speaking to a real person. I know, honestly, it's just insane. So I keep track of everything that's happening with the online assessment centre. I keep track through my ethical sources. So I've done a lot of work with positive action teams with different forces over the years, more recently with Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. And so I've got my ethical spies out there who keep me updated as to any changes that are made. And what I've heard recently is that there's been some changes to the stage 2 interview questions. This is where you're going to be asked 5 questions from the values of integrity, public service and transparency, and the competencies of we take ownership and we're innovative and open-minded. So in a moment, I'm going to share with you from my question bank, the new question bank, what some of those questions might be that you need to prepare for. And what I do is I give you a variety of different questions so that you're going to be well prepared because, all right, okay, I know how it all works. There's 37 years worth of experience in the police up there and 26 years worth of coaching and supporting people in the police sector for promotion boards, specialist interviews, that sort of thing. But I can't predict the exact wording. So I give you a variety of different questions so that on the day when you get wording that's not exactly the same as what I predicted, you're not going to get thrown off because you know exactly what they're looking for. So before I do that, a few shout outs to Callum and Sarah Jane who's watching, McAvee, Arena, good to have you on board, Iona, James, Jal, Daniel and Cameron. Great to have you on board and others as well, and others. So if you've got any questions, please do fire away. And if you love or like what I'm saying, then please do click that love or like and ask to click that follow or like for the Bluelight page. And if you're watching this on YouTube on one of the replays, I'd love it if you subscribed, and that way whenever I release a new video you'll get a copy. So please do love, like, please do comment if you've got any questions. I'm quite happy to answer them for you. Kerry and Pamela who've just joined us, any questions, please do let me know. Excuse me for a moment, just need to... So, I'm often asked, what are the sort of questions that you're going to get? Well, let's take a look at the value of integrity to start with. So if we look at the competency and values framework and that contains their wheel of confusion, we could easily be confused by the descriptors of what they're looking for. So integrity, that's everything they say about the integrity value. And you'll be reading that thinking, I have no idea what possible question I'm going to get asked. But certain questions crop up all the time in the police world. And so out of integrity, I believe it'll be a question something along the lines of, please can you tell me about a time when you've done the right thing, even when a different option would have been easier? Or it could be framed as, can you tell me about a time when someone tried to get you to do something that you didn't agree with? Tried to get you to do something that you didn't agree with. Now, if you've got a pre-prepared answer for just one of those, you could adapt it easily for the other, because it's all about you doing the right thing. It's all about someone trying to get you to do something or not do something, And so it's so much easier if you've planned out what you're going to actually say using my SALCU model. You practiced it, join the webinars, join my awesome webinars. There's one starting tomorrow. This is where it builds on the online course that I offer. It provides the practical, the practical how, which is really important. So those are some possible questions for the value of integrity. Just do a few quick shout outs, and someone's got a question as well. So Sam and Bruno, good evening to you. Cameron's asking, can we access this after you've gone off live? I'm stood in the queue for customs at Folkestone for my current job, heading out the country. I'm listening in, but may have to jump off periodically. Oh, Cameron, that is serious commitment. I mean, kudos to you. That is serious commitment. Yes, for you, when I press finish, I'll press record, and it'll appear on the Facebook page. I'll probably put it on YouTube as well. So if you're watching us on YouTube, everything I'm talking about, all the links, all below. So let's skip over some of the others. Public service. Shall I give you a public service one? Yeah, please can you tell me about a time when you've delivered the best possible service? As easy and as open as that. However, a lot of you fall into the trap of thinking that I need to give them something policey orientated. So an example of that was one of my clients a couple of weeks ago on one of the webinars gave an example of where he came across a fire on his way home, and he rang the emergency services, and they came out, and he knocked on doors and got people out of their houses. Fantastic, but it didn't tick any of the boxes in terms of the behaviours that they're looking for. And so we reframed it, and I pointed out to him exactly what we're looking for, and these supplementary points at the bottom of my question bank, so the behaviours they're looking for. And once I talked him through that, he went, oh, I've got a much better example then. And he gave an example of where he dealt with a complaint, and that answer was absolutely awesome. Let me share that with you. He would have failed on the first one. I know he's passed. Well, he has passed. And it's not that I know he will pass. He has passed. He's actually told me I've got the results. I've passed. So there's a trap there in the public service one. Watch out for it. Transparency is often about decision making, but also I want to hear about your communication with others as you went about making decisions, or how you communicated with others as you worked through a problem. So it's going to be something like that. I'm actually telling you all my questions. Actually, it's not all of them. I'll skip over we take ownership. There you go. I'm going to tease you a little bit. Innovative and open-minded. All right. I put a cross there on my innovative and open-minded because it's nothing to do with being innovative. It's to do with learning from experience and doing something new as a result. So don't be surprised if you get a question similar to that about change, or about how you might have learned from an experience and done something new as a result. You've got 5 minutes to answer those questions. Fill your 5 minutes full of awesome stuff that describes your behaviours, options you considered, what the result was, what you truly learned and would do differently next time. So much that you can do to fill that 5 minutes, and there's no reason why, as long as you're framing your answers in the right way, that you can't score 100%. I know there's so many of my clients have scored 100% in this stage 2 interview. How? Because they practiced with me and practiced and practiced and practiced. And they were flexible enough to be able to adapt to slightly different questions than the ones I provide. So that's what we do, folks. That's what we practice. And at the moment, if you check the links below, or ask in the comments if you're watching this live, I'll send you a link to how you can get those courses at an up to 50% off. And when I say up to 50% off, I don't mean like 5%, because that's up to, isn't it? No, it's around 48%, 47% reduction in the cost of my courses, the cost of my signature courses. So a bit of a summer sale to help bust that inflation problem, that crisis in your pocket. Because I want to help you succeed. I want you to succeed. I want to see the photographs that you send me, because I get them every day, of people sending me photographs of them successful on the parade ground, passing out, getting their warrant card. I love it. Honestly, this is why I do what I do. This is why I've been doing it for 26 years in the police sector. So let me ask you a question. Is that going to be you? In a couple of months' time, you're going to be sending me a photograph of, this is me at my passing out parade. This is me on my first day. That's what I want to see. I love it. Honestly, that's why I do what I do, because I get so much satisfaction out of that. Can you believe it? So let's just see. Bruno Ryan, Iona's asking, good evening, are you doing one-to-one online preparation? Yes, I do one-to-ones. I will send you a link to that. The only problem I've got is time. I have very little time free. So for example, next week, 0 time, nothing. Tomorrow, taken up with a one-to-one in face-to-face one-to-one, and tomorrow evening I'm running a webinar, so no time tomorrow. Wednesday, a little bit of time. Thursday's booked up. Friday, I've got a little bit of time. So yeah, if you're looking for one-to-one with me, you really do need to get it booked in well ahead of time, because I get so booked up. Like I said, next week, 0 time available, 0, which is great. I keep myself busy and help so many of you as well. But I'll send you a link. Brandon, good evening to you. Cameron saying, thank you, the joys of working away 2 weeks at a time currently. Oh my goodness, I feel for you, Jason, good evening to you. Richard, Normsky, and Wendy. Excuse me. Let's see what Wendy's got a question here. It looks like it could be a good one. Let's just open it up. I'm completing 22 years in the RAF next year, and the police is my first choice of a new career. Awesome news. I was advised to like this page, but not sure what your page is about. Can you give any further information? Yeah, drop me a line. Well, actually, no, I'll drop you a line, Wendy, and I'll send you a link to the Bluelight Facebook support group. That's almost 20,000 people who are supporting each other, helping each other, answering each other's questions about the police recruitment process. And I'll also send you a link to my courses. If you're currently leaving the Royal Air Force, and kudos to you for your service, there's a slush fund, I can't remember what it's called now, it's about £570, part of your resettlement process. You can claim the cost of the course back using that £570. It's about 570. I can't remember the exact name of the actual pot though. It's not the ELC, it's the other one that you've got, the one that's far less. But that'll pay for it. So Wendy, hopefully that will help you. Avers is watching, Marie, Andrea, and Jack and Demi, good evening to all of you. Well, I'm about to go now, unless you've got any questions, burning questions, but there you go. New stage 2, and plenty of resources there to help you through that process. Wendy's saying thank you. Awesome, Wendy. We'll make sure that you get through the process. That's what I do. I'll show you the way. You've got to commit to do the hard work. So that's the deal, folks. That's the deal. I never wish anyone at the end of my webinars, those of you who know me know that I do this. End of my webinars, end of one-to-ones, I never wish any of my clients luck. Why? Because if you need luck, it means you're not prepared. It means you've not practiced enough. I wish people good practice. I don't wish people luck. We don't rely on luck at Bluelight. We don't do hopefully, we don't do maybe. We do certainty through practice, and taking uncomfortable action. That's what got people to do my webinars. We take uncomfortable action. I ask them during the webinars, my clients, what questions are you hoping you won't get asked at your final interview? What's the question that you're struggling with the most for your online assessment centre? Great, let's practice it, let's do it. The place to make mistakes is here with me, not on the day of your assessment. Practice, practice, practice. Take uncomfortable action on a daily basis. This is the recipe for success, folks. Honestly, I promise you. All right, well, listen, going to catch up with you soon. I look forward to joining so many of you on course number 13 tomorrow for the Online Assessment Centre. We've got on Wednesday morning, we've got a final interview practice webinar, and there's recordings of all of those available to those of you who are my clients. So you can binge out, forget watching Netflix or Amazon Prime. Bluelight TV is where you need to be. So plenty going on this week. I've got loads of one-to-ones going on as well. And tomorrow I'm looking forward to doing a whole day of face-to-face one-to-one in York, which is where I live. That's why I choose York, because that's where I live. So Myron, I'm just about to go now. So sorry about that, but there will be a recording. When I press finish, I'll press record as well. Hope you've all enjoyed this. Please do comment and like and love. And if you're watching this on a replay, then please do subscribe and click that like button and follow and all the rest of it. And if you've got any questions, honestly, please do just tap them into the comments and I'll do my very best to get back to you. Take care, folks, and I shall see you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.